Ash, how was that? A special occasion for you?
Yeah, a real special occasion. You know, I wanted to get a good performance out as a team, and you know, enjoy the occasion. But I wanted it to be just a normal game. Just wanted to play well, as you know, as I always try to do. And you know, I think I was a little bit nervous for obvious reasons, but it was nice to get over for that early try and you know, settle the nerves a bit.
And special to walk out there with Gray before kick-off.
Yeah, really special.
A moment to savour?
Yeah, definitely. I'm surprised how confident he was, actually. I thought I'd have to carry him out and he'd be crying, but he was loving it, taking it all in and waving to the crowd. And yeah, something I'll remember forever.
You mentioned the try there, perfect start to get the try in the testimonial early doors.
Yeah, definitely. I couldn't have been wrote any better, could it? You know, it was good to get over early, and then I thought we were pretty dominant as well in the first half, when you know it was full strength against full strength, and yeah, I wanted us to get the win for the team, and you know, obviously for me as well. So it was brilliant. Conditions
probably dictated it, but it was a real physical battle. Is that ideal at this time of year, getting ready for the start of the season?
Yeah, I think so. I think you know the conditions are going to be like that for several weeks, and you know that you're going to have to win games like that, and it's going to be you know end to end and in a bit of a cycle. There's not going to be too many flashy plays, so you know you got to win like that, and you know I think that was a great you know performance to show that we can win pretty gritty, and you know if we could add you know aspects in attack, you know moving the ball about as well in weeks to come, then I think we'll be in a good stead.
One dark cloud hanging over though, the injury to Micah Seaver only comes there. Hope that isn't as bad as it first appeared, but everyone will be supporting Micah. Yeah, definitely. You know, I've just seen him in the changing rooms, and you know, he seemed all right. He was, you know, he didn't have a brace on his leg, so he needs to have a scan, obviously. But fingers crossed, it's not too bad. And you know, I really wanted to, you know, go into the season as a connection on the edge with him. I think we've been really good up to date, so I'm fingers crossed for him, and I hope he's all right. How much difference has Jake Connor made to that back line? I mean, the kick for your try, but also that second pivot there coming in fullback really seems to open things up. Yeah, he's a classy player, is Jake, and you know he's really good for us. He services the edges very well. You know, obviously we didn't have many opportunities today, but you know in training his service does a lot. And for that kick, you know, it's more of a running play, and it was just instinct for him to put it on his foot. And you know, as we're pushing through the line, obviously I just end up with the ball and score it. So he's got a lot of them in his locker, and yeah, it's really good to play with him. A couple of weeks to go to the start of the season. Now you feel like the team as a whole and yourself getting ready for that big kick-off? Yeah, it's just about getting the reps in, and you know it was good, like I say, to play against a strong side, just to see where we're at. You know, we've been training pretty intense and trying to replicate you know a game style in training, but you obviously have to do it as a proper game as well. And you know, it was, like I say, it was a good performance, especially in defence in that first half. So it's looking promising. It's fine for me. A horrible day out there weather-wise, but over 5,000 fans turned out to show their support for you. That must be a real great gesture of how they think of you. Definitely. It was an awful day. The weather was awful. Raining sideways, wind very heavy as well. So you know, I appreciate the fans who've come out today. And like I went round the south stand and the north stand at the end, and these people still stood there half an hour after kick-off asking for signatures and photos. So I couldn't say thank you enough.
I want to ask you about the Challenge Cup draw against Warriors. What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, it's going to be different. You know, we've got to take every round seriously, and we want to start the year. That's our first competitive game of the season, so we want to start it you know as strong as possible, and you know, put our right foot forward going into the season. So we'll be taking it as serious as we can, and you know try and win that game.
Obviously, you was an amateur once, but as professional, have you ever come across that situation before?
No, I haven't. I'm not sure how it'll pan out, but you know, we'll, like I say, we'll just be doing everything we can to win that game and try and progress in the competition.
Are you a fan of the concept?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think you know it's always good to play against, you know, opposition that you wouldn't normally play against. I think the last few rounds we've ended up playing Saints, Wigan, people you play in the Super League all the time. So obviously it's a little bit different. I don't know if it were meant to pan out this way with having an amateur side, but you know, I think the concept of maybe having a League One or Championship side is pretty good, yeah.